So I used it's like paper cloth, like different colors for all the organs. Um, I used these things that I found at Walmart, arteries and veins, and then the portal system green. And then I used cotton to fill up the organs, a fiber fill. So I'm gonna start off with the IVC. The IVC originates down here by the iliac veins. This is the proximal IVC, mid, and distal. So the IVC we have, I'm going to turn it around. IVC up on the distal portion, we have the 3 hepatic veins draining into the IVC. And then we have the gallbladder here, which we'll talk about in a minute. So this is the IVC. The IVC right here for the right kidney, and then the left kidney, it travels anterior to the aorta, which is right here. Crosses right through the front. I'm gonna lift this up. So as you can see, the IVC is right here. It comes anterior to the aorta, which the nutcracker phenomenon happens here, which is the superior mesenteric artery, which is right here. The left renal vein is sandwiched between the aorta and the superior mesenteric artery, which is right here. And this would be our left kidney, which is the left kidney artery over here, and left kidney vein. I don't know if you can see them, they connect to this left kidney. And then we have, over here we have the right kidney. Let me turn it around again. This would be the right kidney with the vein and the artery, which these right here branch out on the lateral aspect of the IVC. And then this is the right renal artery, which kind of hugs around or posterior to the IVC, hugs around it and connects to that kidney, which this side is longer for the artery, and then this side is longer for the IVC for the left, because it has to travel farther. So talking about the IVC, I already talked about the hepatics. And then we have this is our stomach right here with our small intestine, then our large intestine right here, which I didn't staple them because I wanted to move them around. And then we have our spleen up here, and our pancreas, our liver. Okay, so now to start with the aorta. The aorta is this long red structure right here. So at the aorta starts up here on top, which is the proximal portion, and this would be the distal portion, which we have our iliac arteries, and I forgot to mention these are our iliac veins. So our iliac arteries right here, which is the bifurcation of the aorta, and this is the inferior mesenteric artery, which we'll get to in a second. Right here, at the proximal portion of the aorta, we have the celiac axis, celiac trunk, which we have this little one right here is our left gastric artery. Then we have our splenic artery in the middle, and then we have our hepatic artery going towards the hepatic on this side, which is going to form the portal triad by the Rena will explain that. So we have the arteries of the celiac axis right there. For the spleen, it connects here in the hilum, right here. So splenic artery. Oops, I adjusted there. So let's talk about the organs. This is the spleen right here, this orange one. We have this green squiggly lines is our portal system, which I left these loose because they would connect to these. This would be the splenic vein, which is supposed to run posterior to the pancreas. And then this would be our inferior mesenteric vein, and this would be our superior mesenteric vein, which is the portal confluence right here, which would be on the posterior aspect of the pancreas, but I couldn't manage to get it there. And then we would have our portal triad over here going into the liver, which is where the portal system empties out into. We have our portal triad right here, which is the gallbladder, the common bile duct. The common bile duct, the portal system, and the hepatic artery. That would be the three for the portal triad. Okay, so we got the spleen out of the way. We have the pancreas right here, which we had the pancreas artery running along. Well, it's running posterior to it, on the back of it, right there. Sorry, running on the posterior part of the pancreas. And then we have the common bile duct, which passes through the head and empties out into the duodenum, which is the duodenum part right here. This part, this is the stomach, the duodenum, it would empty out into here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back the way it's supposed to be. Right there. Okay, so then we would have our mesenteric, inferior mesenteric and the superior mesenteric for the large intestine, and the inferior for the small intestine back here. Should be like that. And I believe that's it. I guess what I learned from all of this is puzzling everything together. It's really difficult. Arteries and veins and everything going all over the place, like posterior to the aorta or posterior to the pancreas, or how it connects everything all around it. It's difficult, but it's a good review and managed to learn a lot. So the function of the kidneys is to filter out our blood, make sure we excrete all the wastes. The function of the spleen is basically where the red blood cells go to die, and we have our lymphatic system there too. And then we have it helps clean our immune system, or helps eliminate red blood cells that aren't needed or old. And then we have our liver, which helps with our digestive system. Well, actually, liver has a lot of functions. We have the gallbladder, which aids in the digestive system by excreting bile into the duodenum. We have the stomach, which the digestive tract right here. We have the pancreas, which is endocrine and exocrine. This yellow one right here. Endocrine to help regulate stuff throughout our body, and then exocrine to help also digest the bile and all the food and help us absorb it. And then kidneys, yeah.